Hello, everybody. Welcome to my living room for our liminal. We're brought to you by a screaming cat.
Wee-oo. Okay.
For real. Hi.
Hi. How goes it?
It goes.
What the fuck did we just watch?
We watched another arm of the atrocity engine grind someone into paste.
So, this is a short film called The Mask
Not that mask.
from 2023.
Yes.
It's a little hard to parse, because it's about this comedian, but he's played by a real comedian.
Yeah.
But he's been posting and performing this character for a long time.
Right. Yeah. So
it's Conor O'Malley, really. Tyler Joseph
yes.
is the name of his persona.
Right. But what's the term for this? Where it's portrayed as real, but it's not.
I don't know.
Like the name of this, like there's a specific term for it, but it's escaping me. But it's playing itself as a documentary about an internet personality, in the form of the type of documentary that's really not popular. Really, there's no narrator or anything like that. It's a documentary of clips, kind of like what Jane Schoenburn did with their early discography, like that kind of like where you've made a documentary about like Slender Man or whatever, but you haven't added any narration to it. You're just cutting the clips together
Right.
with some text interspliced in, basically.
Yes. Yep.
And it's just about the internet, really. Like, it's just about like how there's a conspiracy pipeline on the internet, and that conspiracy pipeline can lead you really weird ways. The heart of the conspiracy theorist mindset is that they want the world to be easy to understand. They want the world to be conceivable under their own.
Yeah.
Like, basically, the world is complicated, and the reasons why people do things the way they do is complicated. And when it comes down to it, conspiracy theory is attractive because it makes the world simple again.
Right.
You figured it out. You understand the hidden truth that they're keeping from you, and you don't have to put any more effort into understanding the nuances of society.
Right.
And so when I say that this is another example of the atrocity engine grinding someone into paste, really what it comes down to is that we're watching a man in real time become crushed under the foot of the system, and then through that crushing latches onto conspiracy theory thinking, and in turn creates more damage and more pain through that action being caused by that. So causes the death of a person that works for Universal Studios, and that death is caused because he is spouting a nonsense conspiracy theory about John Cena.
Yep.
And it's played for laughs,
Kind of.
but really what's the heart of it, the still beating warm heart that's put in your hand, is that people, this is a mirror of the internet. This is what the internet does. It rewards rage bait.
Yeah.
And basically this guy, he doesn't have very much talent. He's a very bad comedian, and the only people who really believe in him are his grandmother and his roommate later.
Right.
But of course, like that's the real trap of being a creative type, is like, if you aren't good at what you do but people love you, they're going to be very supportive of that.
Yeah.
It can be very hard to understand how not good at something you are once that source of affirmation is taken from you. Because we want to support the ones we love. Like, if I was painting things and I wasn't very good at it, but you want to be supportive of me, you'd be like, "Oh, Ari, good job."
Yeah. 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 There's kind of a fine line between like being supportive and
Enabling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you affirming your friends, or are you enabling your friends?
Yeah.
And it's a grandma's job to enable you. Like you can't, like the grandmother's not a villain in this.
Right.
She just likes spending time with her grandson. Honestly, like I actually cried a little bit while we were watching this. Like we're
Yeah.
watching in the dark, so Tristan didn't see, but I like shed a couple of tears because the part about his grandmother and him her dying and him losing his fucking mind,
Yeah.
it's so real.
Yeah.
And you feel for him. You really feel for him.
Yeah. So we're introduced at the start to his like conspiracy
To his
theory.
fate, basically, his ultimate fate.
Right. Yeah. And it shows like news reports of this performer who died when he was like distracting them with his antics. And then it kind of rewinds and shows his beginnings as an obsessive social media content poster.
Who was really obsessed with Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah. Yep. And like, relentlessly energetic, posting daily like wacky videos or just like, inane stuff. The stuff that you post when you're forced to post every day.
Right.
And it's kind of interspliced with people's reactions to it. And it follows his journey to LA, where he starts, harassing people on the street for content. And that leads to him becoming a paparazzo and trying to steal Colin Mockery's hair.
We can kind of see it as the pipeline, not just of the conspiracy theory pipeline of the internet, because that's pretty open. Like a lot of these content creators on YouTube who make these documentaries about strange people on the internet are themselves part of the pipeline towards this conspiracy theory, anti-trans, anti-progressive, anti-this shit. Like if you're into lolcows, it's literally 3 clicks to get to a content creator who fucking hates your existence because you're gay or trans or a woman or whatever.
Yep.
Like the pipeline between lolcow appreciators and incels is a fucking straight downward fucking pit.
Shoot. Yeah.
Just like a kick you into the fucking Spartan pit shit. So that's one pipeline. But the second pipeline on here is the corruption of dreams pipeline. Because his desires are childlike and pure at the start of this. It's kind of weird because he's a grown-ass man.
Right.
But like he wants to be on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Whose Line Is It Anyway, right? Like he wants to be on that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a Mythbuster when I was fucking 12.
Yeah.
Right? Like we see these things, we see these people who are being passionate and like having a space to just kind of let their creativity flow. And, when we talk about like that, and even to this day, like when I look at, Adam from Mythbusters, he's still creating and he's doing content and he's like doing stuff with Vsauce, which is another thing for my youth. Cause I fucking, so these huge inspirations on me as creators of media. I'm not necessarily a type of person who wants to do that kind of content myself, make that kind of art myself. But I also can easily see, 12, 15, 16-year-old me who thought that they could do that, right? Before life took me in a different direction. And we kind of see his life going in a different direction, but he denies that. He's offered a promotion by his boss and he turns it down because he wants to work on his art. And that's a relatable feeling. We want that. Like as creative, like you want to edit and make your collages and do all this all creative stuff, make films and right. Okay. And I want to write and I want to make my own art. Right. So if that's what we want to do and we make our choices based around that, but we turn down like objectively good things for us.
Right.
It's a poisoned pill, right? Because we're not setting ourselves up for future success because we want to live our passion or creativity.
Right.
But just like our guy in this film, naive to the depths of complexity that are required to make that your career.
Yeah. So yeah, it's in some ways a difficult watch. If you're sensitive to cringe, this is gonna be painful.
I cringed a lot, but
Yeah.
I also like this made me cry a lot too because
Mhm.
I get it. Like I get it.
Yeah.
You know, I've never fallen down the conspiracy pipeline, but I could have when I was 16 or 17 or whatever. Like
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
in his 30s in this, but you could easily just like make his character be 17, 18,
Yeah.
19 or whatever.
And I think an important part of his embrace of conspiracy theory is that it takes the blame away from him.
Right. It makes the world simple and it makes him not responsible for his own shit.
Yeah, because this comes like right after he assaults Colin Mockery with a pair of scissors to try to get his hair. You know, obviously his dream of being a cast member on Whose Line Is It Anyway is completely gone. And he's also being shunned from the paparazzi community. And then his roommate tells him about this theory of like celebrity mind control by the Chinese government, and tells him, you know, like it's not your fault. You know, the world's just against you. And that's an appealing idea for anyone who has failed.
Well, yeah. And especially if you can't bear the thought of what you've done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he killed his dreams of being on Whose Line Is It Anyway, but like those dreams were fucking dead already because the show isn't in production anymore. Like they have like a reboot of it with new cast or whatever, but like
Well, yeah.
his obsession is for something that doesn't even exist anymore. Like, and same with Mythbusters. Like by the time I was going to college, Mythbusters had been off the air for like 5 years. So even if I
Right.
had wanted to be one, it
Right.
wasn't going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
That's the lesson that you need to learn is to not the art that inspires you, you should not seek to be part of that. You should seek to make your own art that bears the flame of what inspired you. You know, like he wants to be an improv comedian because of Whose Line Is It Anyway. His goal should not be to get on Whose Line Is It Anyway necessarily. It should be
Right.
to be an improv comedian. And when people ask him, hey, what inspired you? Be like, oh, I'm a huge Whose Line Is It Anyway fan. You know, like I love that. And, you know, maybe you go on to make some creative work with people who were involved in that show or whatever, but that's the end goal. And the end goal is to make your own new things, because if you're so caught up in the past, of course you're going to fall prey to conspiracy thinking, because you're being a conservative in your mindset, and conservatives are notoriously easily predated on by conspiracy thinking.
Interesting.
When you get caught up in the way things never were, it's very easy to convince you that they're not that way anymore because of the Chinese or because of the gays or because of whatever. And as a person who has been on the receiving end of a lot of this conspiracy theory ire in her life, I have to say it's a conservative mindset makes you susceptible to it, because it's not the people on the fucking left who are sitting here saying that I'm an abomination and I'm corrupting society, and because what fabric of society am I corrupting?
Right.
Anyway, this has been Ari's trans rant.
Yeah. And I should say at this point, this short film is also funny. Like,
yeah, it is genuinely. It's a. This is the second thing we're recording today where it's been about a black comedy that's made me cringe and cry a little bit. And
yeah, true. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Nathan For You, and the way that he kind of plays a character but interacts with the real world with that character.
Performance art. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's what I was thinking of earlier. Yeah, this is performance art.
Yes.
Because like
I almost said that, but I was like, that's too obvious. It can't be what Ari's trying to think of.
oh, But it's just, I really feel for our boy in this, like
Mm-hmm.
he fucked up, but instead of taking account, but he was offered to move home. Like,
Yeah.
his family was like, come back home. Like, stop doing this.
Yeah.
And he said no, but you could easily see that if he had not had a roommate, a conspiracy mushed
Mm.
roommate predate on his vulnerability,
Yeah.
he would have probably just gone home and he would be in a much better place and wouldn't have killed somebody.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because he's responsible for that death. He kills someone in this movie.
Yeah.
Whether or not he wants to accept it or not. And it'll probably just push him further down the conspiracy theory hole.
And, one hopes that that was a death that did not occur in real life.
No.
I really want to see a documentary about the making of this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no one really actually died, I don't think. I'd be very...
Because, like, there's a lot of stuff that's mixed together here, and I think a lot of it is genuine reactions to his character, but he's kind of sweetened it with some...
Well, isn't that towards the spirit of the conspiracy thinking to begin with? Because one, that conspiracy theory is not real. Like, it's not a real one.
Okay.
It's like a fabrication for this.
Okay. Could be for all I know.
No, I've heard of it before because there was this conspiracy theory tier list that came out a while ago.
Okay.
And I'm very I'm like a passive observer of conspiracy theories because I find them interesting, and I also find them interesting from like a creative writing perspective. So I have a passing fascination with conspiracy theories, just in the sense of like I find them interesting.
Yeah.
Not interesting, but like I just find them as a passing curiosity.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm kind of the same way with flat earthers.
Yeah, my fascination started with flat earth, but like there are so many wild conspiracy theories, and like it's so great because I'm a huge fan of alternate reality games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably one of the reasons why I like Lord Huron so much, right? Because we talked about that in the Vid Noir episode, which hasn't come out as of the release of this. Spoilers. Anyway, but the point is that conspiracy theories, if you treat them like an ARG, it can be very interesting to just for a moment picture a world that works differently than the one that works. But if that's all it was just a bunch of online shit posters just having ARGs left and right, then no one would care. But these conspiracy theories have real life impact upon the world. And I'm very careful who I talk about it with because I don't want to accidentally inspire somebody to pursue conspiratorial thinking.
Yeah.
When I'm just talking about it in the form of this is a very silly thing that I found on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we can all collectively be like, oh yeah, the secret space program, that's not real. Everybody who's involved in that is definitely just taking part in the LARP, right? Right. Like, right.
Right.
But that's just a lie.
Anakin
I'm telling
and Padme meme, right?
Yeah, right. No, there are true believers, right? But as far as I know, secret space program people haven't, taken over the government but the Heritage Foundation is a huge vessel of conspiratorial thinking that has created a system where they want to create this Christo-fascist country, and they really do have actual people in positions of power fucking things up right now. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's happening.
Yep.
But you can easily see though that when stuff like that is happening,
it kind of lends credence
to other conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And that thus the pipeline. Like, because real conspiracies happen. Conspiracy is a real thing that's occurred. Like,
of course.
The fucking, again, the Heritage Foundation Project 2025 is a real conspiracy that they have undertook to try and subvert the government. And so far, they have checked off a good number of the things that they promised they would check off on that list. But if you tell it to a person that's a conspiracy theorist, they'll just see you as another conspiracy theorist, because to them, they don't distinguish between an objective fact about things that are happening and the language of conspiracy, which has appropriated the objective language used to talk about reality.
Right.
And like, how many steps are you really removed when you're talking about Project 2025 versus the ice wall around Antarctica on the flat Earth?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not that far of a fall.
Yeah.
Ari's emotions have been toyed with a lot today.
Yeah. And if you're a creator who is feeling lost and like you can't break into your industry, consider satanic sacrifice instead.
Consider adrenochrome.
No. I'm trying to segue because our next episode that's going to come out is Jennifer's Body, and this.
Oh yes, okay. Jennifer's Body is part of the Q posting, confirmed 2025.
But yeah, this short film is like 25 minutes.
Yes. If you are a creative and you watch this, I would like to hear if you had the same emotional resonance that that I had. Yeah. Something about lost innocence just really eats at my soul. Like it's like the Child's Play movies. They fucked with me because I just like, this man is so innocent at the start of this, and then he ends up where he does, and it's hard for me to watch because I understand that corruption of innocence so much. And speaking of corruption of innocence, check out our next week episode.
Jennifer's Body.
Jennifer's Body.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye.